What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to the Fourth and Wrong podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Marshall, along with Dallas, Colin, and Donnie. We are through the divisional round of the playoffs. We are onto the conference championship games. A lot of weird things happen in the divisional round. A huge injury, which we will get into, is basically changes the whole playoffs, kind of, and how everyone thinks about their predictions and everything like that.
Not me.
Um,
Not me.
I don't know. There's definitely some talks to be had, but I'm not gonna really cover what we picked. If you want to find that out, just go watch the last podcast. Um,
This
uh,
way.
going through the games. I need the list pulled up real quick. There we go. Going through the games. It started out Denver against Buffalo in Denver. A very wild game, a very high scoring game. This was basically everyone thinking, okay, no Mahomes, no Lamar, no Burrow. Like this has got to be Josh Allen's year. If he's gonna get it done, it's probably got to be this year, or something's got to happen. And came down to the wire, and some really, really dodgy ref calls, some really iffy pass interference calls. I don't,
Already,
at
already
least
starting.
at least one that I don't think probably should have been called. Basically led to the Broncos winning
It
up that
doesn't
game.
matter because Nick Bosa hit Bo Nix 8 years too late. So
Yeah.
either way, they were getting a free 15 yards and moving into field goal range.
First off, who? You mean, oh, Joey Bosa. You said
Yeah,
Nick
Joey
Bosa.
Bosa.
I was like, wait,
You know what I
I'm,
meant.
I'm talking. I'm like, first off, um, anyways, the really big story of that game was on, I believe it was on a kneel down, or he was moving the ball to try and get to the other hash. Bo Nix breaks a part of his ankle, I believe, or his foot,
Mhm.
and is out obviously for the rest of the season, the last two games or the last game, and that makes Jared Stidham the starting quarterback going into the conference championship game for the Denver Broncos, which is pretty wild.
Revenge game for him, for
To
New
bring
England moving
Yep.
on from him.
a
Yep.
revenge game. I don't know
He's
if
got
that's
some extra motivation this week, let me tell you.
Facts.
I don't know if he's worried about revenge game, more or less that he's just got has to play. Like that's probably what he's scared about the most. Um yeah, and a little bit of a flashback to kind of what was it? 2017, I believe, or 20 I believe it was 2017 where the picture of the four quarterbacks staring at the Super Bowl trophy was Tom Brady, Blake Bortles, Nick Foles, and who was the last guy?
Case Keenum.
Case Keenum.
Oh,
Now,
right.
a little bit better
Mm.
this year. A little bit
Yeah.
better this year. This year it'll be Stafford, and then Drake May, obviously, rising rookie. But then Jared Stidham, and then Sam Darnold, who has been very very good. But I mean, who would have thought if you would have told me in 2018, 2019 that Sam Darnold would be out here competing for a Super Bowl, or going to a Super Bowl? Then I think most of us definitely would didn't have him on that path. But
Whose bench is he riding?
yeah, that's what I would have thought. But yeah, Broncos ended up sending the Bills home, which ended up getting the Bills. Did the Bills GM get fired as well?
No, he
No, he
got
got
promoted.
promoted.
He got promoted
And he gets to pick the coach.
That's why did he get promoted?
because it wasn't a
Yeah.
personnel issue, according to them. It was a coaching issue.
Hmm,
When
interesting.
when the roster has been the main issue pretty much this entire year.
See,
Right.
that's what I thought. Is I was like, okay, yeah, Sean McDermott, he gets fired, obviously. But the one thing I feel like that the Bills haven't done is brought in a amazing receiver. Like they have drafted a little poorly. They've brought in a lot of receivers that just are there, and they've just done okay. And they haven't brought in a guy that is like, okay, yeah, this guy
I, I
he's a number one.
I saw something. The Bills, since they took Josh Allen, they have drafted 50. It was either 56 or 58 players since they took Josh Allen. You want to know how many of those people made a Pro Bowl? Are Pro Bowlers?
Too,
Two.
because
That
I saw the same thing.
in
That shit's
in
crazy.
the era where Mac Jones was a Pro Bowler one year, we should fucking that should never be the case.
Yeah,
That has to be a league low. That makes no sense.
yeah, that's pretty rough. So obviously, Josh Allen, will Josh Allen ever get a Super Bowl? That is, I mean, I could honestly never answer that question. It depends on who they bring in as coach. They could bring in someone really good. They could bring in someone really bad. Josh Allen could also, go to another team and he could get put on a crazy roster here in the next 4 or 5 years. We don't know, but will the Bills win a Super Bowl anytime soon? Probably not. I mean, we know the Ravens are going to make some changes. Who knows if they'll be in the next couple of years. I mean, the Chiefs obviously they're going to bring in some talent. Like I don't think Andy Reid's going to live in a world where they're not going to be in the playoffs next year. I
And
think
they're getting Eric, what's
Eric,
his name?
yeah,
Benemy.
yeah,
Bringing
back
him
as
back
their
as
OC.
OC.
Yep,
So
which is huge. So
How could you get
big,
rid of Matt Nagy?
yeah, that was probably the best case scenario for them. But moving on to Seattle versus San Francisco, an absolute blowout. Sam Darnold was questionable going into this game. He had an oblique injury that he was dealing with in practice, and there was questions if he would actually play. He ended up did playing, and it didn't matter. The Seahawks could have beat 49ers with just the first play that they had of regulation. They started off with a kick return, and the 49ers only scored 6 points.
Right.
So I know there's a lot of injuries on that 49ers team, but it still wasn't close. Like, they were at least competitive most of the year, but this Seahawks team was on a whole nother level. Zach Charbonnet tore his ACL, and he will be out for the rest of this year and probably most of next year.
Let's go K9.
Uh,
Legacy game, this game too.
he had a great game against San
He did.
Francisco.
Hat trick.
Yeah, he had a great game. It's going to be interesting to see um, what this next game coming up is really the game to watch for everybody. Obviously, we'll get into the Rams win here in a second, but the Rams versus Seattle is definitely the eyes to watch. But yeah, I mean, Seattle's the Super Bowl favorite in terms of betting odds and everything like that. I feel like a lot of people have Seattle going and winning the Super Bowl, but to beat up on a really hurt 49ers team, I mean, it's good and bad. I don't know. It was just a blowout. There wasn't a lot to see besides that they had the run game going a lot and that the 49ers just couldn't move the ball at all.
I know that the 49ers were super injured coming into this game, but to just come out and absolutely get destroyed from the opening kickoff was like entirely unexpected for me. I think I think I took the Niners on some random upset bullshit last week, just a gut feeling. But like I didn't think like I thought if they lost it was gonna come down to like a final possession kind of thing. I did not think it was gonna be an absolute slaughter like it was. And that shocked me because the 49ers are too well coached and they've been able to keep it together through their injuries all year. And then just to come out like that and just get
Ooh.
absolutely destroyed was so
Breaking
tough.
news, Colin. According to Adam Schefter, former Dolphins head coach Mike McDaniel is expected to become the Chargers offensive coordinator.
Wow.
Interesting.
What are we doing?
Damn, when did he break that just now?
It just popped up on my phone right now.
That's correct.
crazy.
That's crazy. First ever
Live on the pod.
breaking news on the pod. Congrats. You'll see this in like a couple days.
Yeah.
Breaking news
Yep.
anymore.
You say 2 day
It'll
old
be
news by the
it'll be
time this airs.
confirmed by then.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
That's pretty wild. I don't know. Mike McDaniel and Jim Harbaugh I feel like are two polar opposites and on the entire coaching spectrum, but
I bet
hey,
they both love Justin Herbert the exact same.
probably. I don't know. Maybe he can give that offense. I feel like that offense just doesn't have ever a spark. Maybe he can give them the spark they need. I don't know.
Hey, who knows? Who knows?
But back to the 49ers, they shut down Christian McCaffrey for 100%. I mean, he only had, it looks like 70 total yards, which again is, I mean, for Christian McCaffrey, that's not a crazy amount. No touchdowns, only 35 yards.
Yeah, I do think he got banged up a little bit in this game, and they were just shut him down for the rest of the year at this point.
Yeah, yeah. It was just a blowout. All right. Moving on to the Sunday afternoon game, we had the Patriots versus the Texans, or should we
Ugly
say
fucking
the
game.
Patriots versus the Texans defense, because the Texans offense did not show up. 5 or 6 turnovers. I can't remember the exact number for the Texans, but 4 interceptions for CJ Stroud. Some of them were very ugly. It was a very ugly game, like in terms of the weather. It was disgusting weather outside, but either or, I mean, this Texans offense just couldn't do anything. But the Texans defense was mauling the Patriots. I know I know the Patriots scored 28, but one of those is a pick six and 4 interceptions. Another 3 of those interceptions they're setting them up in good field position and then a fumble. Like that's all great field position that they're getting put up in. This Texans defense showed out. Like Will Anderson is a dog. He was getting to Drake May. It felt like every single snap. Like he was insane. Like CJ Stroud is definitely up in question. Like, is he gonna be? Is he a guy like? He's had his rookie year was good, but his last 2 years were questionable. But moving up and getting Will Anderson was probably one of their biggest plays because he has turned out to be a dog. And next year he's gonna. And then obviously they got Danielle Hunter on the other side of the ball as well. So that pass rush is just disgusting. But Patriots basically just took advantage of the no offense that the Texans had, and they just ran away with it in that ugly game.
Yeah, even Drake May struggled quite a bit. 1 interception, 4 fumbles. He only lost 2 of them though. So I think that's something we want to look towards when they face this Broncos defense, who's going to give just as much pressure, if not more, being they get sacks more. Drake May could cost them this game in the future. You never know.
Yeah, absolutely. Last, but definitely not least, the Rams went into Chicago to play the Bears for the last game of the divisional round, and another cold game, not just very cold. I mean, it's Chicago, but very questionable game. Everyone was knowing. I mean, the Bears have found ways to win all season, but was Stafford going to be able to get it done in Chicago? Obviously, that home crowd is very, they can cause a lot of, they're very loud. But it was a great game. I mean, it was a good game. Kind of came down to the wire right there. Went to OT. Caleb with another just really wild magical play where he just ran back about 20 yards, threw the ball up in the air, and ended up getting the touchdown. In the end, the Rams got the ball in OT, went down, basically a 3-and-out, I believe. And then Chicago gets the ball, got almost to basically midfield, and then Caleb throws a pick. Cam Curl makes an incredible play on the ball, and then basically it was it from there. Stafford only needed to get a couple first downs, and we know Stafford can do that in a clutch situation. And the Rams end up winning the game in a very very scary game. First year, obviously for Ben Johnson, the Lions' former OC, that's a successful year, as for the first year as a head coach, but definitely ends in a heartbreak for them. Stafford will get to go see another conference championship game and a shot at his second Super Bowl against this very tough Seattle team. But the Rams have played Seattle tough all year. Obviously, they had maybe a top 5 contender of game of the year, that late season game that they had where that controversial 2-point conversion. But a great game, Rams versus Bears, but the Rams come out on top.
Yeah, that was a great way to end the round. I would like to formally apologize to Caleb Williams. Caleb, I know you're not watching this, but I was one of those doubters. I always said when the lights are bright, Caleb Williams does not perform. And for the most part, I was right. But you shut me up this week, so good on you. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough, and I am happy that you are watching the conference championship games from your couch.
Caleb,
Yeah,
if
no.
you're still watching, I'm still a doubter. Definitely not sorry. I still don't really believe in you that much. Yeah. Have a good day.
That's just pure hater shit. That is
Caleb Williams
somebody-
had two of the greatest throws probably of our lifetime in the last 2 weeks. Like,
I want to slow down on that a
You
little
cannot
bit
like
because
Caleb
someone found an almost identical throw that Jameis Winston made in a random ass game while he was in Tampa.
Okay,
It was
cool.
like almost identical. So
Did he do it in the playoffs?
No.
playoffs on fourth
Exactly.
down.
Jameis Winston in the playoffs? Are you crazy?
Probably went once. Now, yeah, I've been pretty much the only Caleb Williams guy on this show. The rest of you three, I think, hate him pretty passionately. I thought, like, midway through the year, I was like, okay, like, maybe Caleb is not going to be the guy that I thought. I still kind of was like, he's eventually going to be good. This year's just not good. And then he's done what he's done the last 2 weeks. And, yeah, I don't really care for the Bears. I don't really want them to succeed, but Caleb Williams and Ben Johnson is going to be a top quarterback head coach duo.
This
They
also
might
is a
be
good
dumb.
time to remind our viewers that this is the same man that wanted Spencer Radler to play over him at
Wait,
Oklahoma, like 6 years ago.
I'm
Let's
confused.
get over it.
I'm confused.
Caleb Williams
Are we
was
talking
awesome.
about? Are we talking about the
Caleb
fourth
Williams
down
was also
throw
a
as the
true
best
freshman
throw?
at that point, I believe.
Are we talking about that fourth down throw as one of the best throws of our lifetime?
At least last
the
week, the
fourth-
fucking Jordan logo throw. Yeah,
Are we
that one's
fucking-
probably
the
there.
fourth-
the one in the playoff game was. I mean, it's a good throw, but it is
They were
not
both
like
playoff games, dipshit. The
First
wild
of all,
card and the divisional.
this
real quick,
last playoff game.
This last playoff game, there's only two
That's
other
not one of the
quarterbacks
best
in the league
throws.
that can make that throw: Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes.
A throw on his back foot, 25 yards.
It's not. It,
No
was like,
other quarterback
I
is
saw
doing
somebody.
that other than
I
those
saw
two.
somebody make the argument you made, and it fucking like
Stat wise, it was only
Respectfully-
like a 25-yard touchdown pass. That man was standing on his back foot on the 50-yard line with a man in his
Through a
face.
dot.
It was not the
Guys.
50-yard line.
Guys.
Okay.
guys. Okay, everybody's wrong. They were at, I believe, the 6 or the 7, and he drifted back to the 40. So he made he drifted back to the 40. It's not that the throw was amazing. 40 yards fading away, like I would say, not most quarterbacks, but like more than half the NFL starters can make that throw. It's the fact that he evaded those guys for so long and threw the fadeaway and got it to the back of the end zone and it was complete. That's the
It was a 14-yard touchdown. I just
People-
He threw it from the 40-yard line exactly.
okay, cool. And he avoided fucking 3 or 4 defenders on that play.
It's a good
We're
throw.
spinning
It's
and fading
not
away.
anything incredible.
Okay, this is
what
first
quarterbacks are
this
doing
is
that,
haters.
Marshall?
Yeah,
I bet you there are 16 other quarterbacks that could do that in the league. I bet you that there are
Can
16
we
other
mute this
quarterbacks.
man?
Wow.
This man is a fucking idiot.
No.
I swear to God.
It's just
No.
off his back foot 40 yards. Like off his back
Marshall,
foot 40 yards.
name-
Plus,
name-
maybe
hold on.
if he caught
Name-
the wide receiver in stride, but he
Name-
was strapped and the defender
Name-
like moved forward. That bro was
Name-
strapped.
Start naming quarterbacks you think could do that.
Start naming quarterbacks I think could do that. Okay.
Mahomes, obviously.
Okay, hold on. Give me a second. I just gotta pull up a list of NFL
No,
teams.
you can't name half the league of starters. Are we fucking serious?
Okay. All right. Mahomes, Lamar, Josh Allen,
Lamar maybe, Allen maybe.
Joe
I wouldn't
Burrow.
even say Joe Burrow would die. Joe Burrow would have gotten.
Joe Burrow can
the
make
cap
that
I don't
play.
know. Joe Burrow. Can
Joe
do it.
Burrow scrambling 30 yards back
Joe
and
Burrow can
avoid 3 defenders.
Baker Mayfield.
This guy's a fucking idiot. I swear to God. This is the dumbest thing I've ever
Baker
heard in my life.
Mayfield. Kyler. Like I could keep going, but you guys are just gonna yell at me. So it's like I'm not gonna sit here and get yelled at.
I'm waiting for you to say like Jared Goff.
It's a 40-yard throw. Like I'm so confused. Can quarterbacks throw 40 yards? Yes, evading the defenders. I get. He scrambled
evading
backwards.
The defenders, back foot 40 yards.
Back foot 40 yards. That's what we're going off.
I would say.
Okay, then if we're going off that, Anthony Richardson could make that throw.
I would say
once a year, maybe.
I would say
in the combine.
There's like 10 quarterbacks in the history of football that are making that throw.
Oh my
okay.
god!
No. Right now, there's only a handful of quarterbacks in the league that can make it. If that,
I would say Mahomes.
It's not. It's not one of the all-time greatest.
It is not that good of a throw. It is just a good throw.
We are confusing the throw for the play. I'm saying the play. Only a handful.
So
of guys.
he just so you're telling me all because he just turned his back, ran backwards, and then turned around and then just threw it up. Like that makes it a great play.
I swear to fucking God, you know less about football as the days go on.
Dude,
Are you fucking kidding?
He just ran backwards, turned around, and threw it off his back foot. I'm still like sitting here like it's just it's a good throw. It's a good throw. But
I'll say this. We can agree to disagree on this last game. The game before, you are not telling me anybody but Mahomes is making that throw.
I do not remember the throw, but
you did not watch the game at all.
I watched the whole game. I don't.
How do you not remember that throw?
I just don't. I don't know.
You're talking about the Jordan logo throw?
The Jordan logo throw.
Yeah, that was fucking sick.
I believe
that is legit. That is like I know we make that's a little Mahomes joke. Like that was a little Mahomes.
I'll remember it as soon as I see it.
You pissed Donnie off so much his computer broke.
Yeah, I didn't even notice. I didn't even notice.
Guessing this is the throw.
Donnie, you're back. Oh, never mind.
Is this?
No, he's praying to the gods that he doesn't crash out on this podcast.
I think this is the throw you're talking about.
I think.
Here, I can.
Fucking kidding.
I can show. I can show.
Look up Caleb Williams throw on Twitter. It's going to be one of the first 3 videos you see.
Right now it'll probably be that.
Yeah, right now it's that last one.
I requested share my screen.
That's why I said the other ones. The one that just happened. That one's going to be. He did see all these Iceman memes that like went wild on the internet for the fucking week, and he just missed all of it.
We're talking about this. Are we talking about this one?
If it wasn't laggy as hell, I'd be able to.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, he's getting tripped up in a window, rolling to his left.
Yeah, that's a good throw.
That's a good throw. A good throw. That throw is crazy.
That throw is definitely better than the last game. But it's more or less, here's my thing, is because this throw is not only way better, because he threw that in the most perfect spot. That's my thing. That is a great throw, because that receiver is on the run, and he hit him in stride crossbody while getting tripped up. My thing with the one from 40 yards, he just threw it up. Cole Kmet almost never moved, and the defender just turned into a dumbass. That's my thing with that throw. This throw against the Packers is 10 times better than that throw. Because it crossbody, at least he hit him in stride. That defender isn't a dumbass, it's an interception. That's my thing. If that defender is any remotely just aware of what's going on, it's an interception. Plus, honestly, if you watch it, it's sort of a push off. I mean, if they would have called it, I'd understand. If not, I wouldn't have. I get it. But
I don't know that Donnie's going to disagree with you about that throw in particular being better. What Donnie is trying to say is
I know what he's trying to say.
The play from start to finish of being able to evade all those defenders for that long, have a chance, and then complete it. I mean, yes,
I understand that, but
evaded the defender.
I understand that, but I mean, he did. I mean, all he did was basically just run backwards and then turn around and throw the ball. I mean, if you want, that feels like.
I mean, we could simplify any.
That is the
highlight play to
simplification.
I can simplify any highlight play.
I mean, I just like
Marshall.
I get he had avoided
all Michigan did was drop the snap on trouble with the snap. That wasn't.
I swear to God. The only reason we're sitting here, and any of us are arguing that wasn't that crazy of a play
because it was Caleb.
Is because of men and NCAA exist. Yeah, we've all done some shit like that.
It has nothing to do with men or NCAA.
It's either that or you're just kind of a dumbass because that was a crazy play.
Okay. We can say the play was crazy, but if you cannot say the throw was that crazy. Like that's my thing.
I swear to fucking God.
Donnie, we started this thing. It was an amazing throw. The throw is average. The play is pretty good because he avoided the defenders, but the throw is just an average throw. Like he just threw it. The play was great. Yes, I will agree with you there. Play was great.
We're arguing in fucking circles. You don't like Caleb Williams, so this motherfucker could cure cancer.
I bet you could find 10 quarterbacks in college football who could throw off their back foot 40 yards into the end zone.
I guess accountants, yeah. Accountants and future lawyers, yeah.
Dude, if he says one more time, throw it 40 yards off your back foot, I'm gonna fucking lose it.
Okay, so
That's
can we
literally
agree that
the
the
most
throw is
injury-
just good? Can we agree the throw is just good?
That's a great throw. It was a ball that only Cole Kmet could catch.
It really was not because the defender, he literally, Cole Kmet pushed off of him and the
I'm
defender
gonna be
just
real.
stood
I don't
there.
even think the defender was gonna make a play on the ball, even if he was on.
The
Kmet.
defender absolutely could have made a play on the ball. He just didn't.
Two
Watch
things can
watch the
two
play.
things
Cole Kmet pushes him and then goes up for the ball.
two
was
things
no
can be
PI.
true at
There was
once.
no
Two
push.
things can be true at once.
And yes, we've really
Kevin
trusted the
Durant-
refs all season.
Kevin Durant made a dumb play as a DB.
Oh,
He didn't make a dumb play because he was in bad coverage. He made a dumb play because he gave up on it. Do you want to know why he probably gave up on it? Because the play lasted 10 fucking seconds, and he figured Caleb Williams was on the ground at that point. And
I figured someone getting paid millions of dollars should be a
I
little
also
more aware.
he probably didn't.
what is this
think,
argument right now? Are we arguing with a fucking toddler?
Well,
I swear to God, it's
I'm not
everything.
arguing with. I'm arguing with a frozen screen right now.
It's fucking. It was only 40 yards. Well, most quarterbacks can evade that tackle. Well, I mean, the defender is just an idiot. Could not be more hater-ish towards this play right now if you tried.
I mean, it's a good play. Like, congrats to Caleb. Did he win?
Okay.
we're not gonna. Did he win? Is the
Did he
end
win?
of the
Did he
argument. I don't
win?
want to hear no more.
he
We
win?
All
can
right.
definitely
So the
move on.
Lions hired a new offensive coordinator yesterday. How do we
Yes.
feel about it?
Oh man, I don't
Can
know
Donnie get
about this.
unfrozen before we talk about this?
No. I think bro might have left, honestly.
I wouldn't have blamed him.
Donnie, if you can hear me, you might as well just reboot that shit.
Donnie, if you can hear me, clap once.
I don't know if he's here.
All right, well then we can keep talking about it because I'm not going to wait around the whole time. Yeah, I mean, I was pretty underwhelmed by it. Cardinals fans seem to be happy that he's gone, which is obviously not a good sign. But also, I don't know that it was necessarily his play calling that got the Cardinals to suck this year. I think it was a combination of a lot of things. And the Lions have a lot of offensive talent, and as long as the offensive line can stay healthy, I don't think it's going to take a rocket scientist to manage this offense. So I don't. My thing is I'm going to reserve judgment until we see what happens week 1.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's happy about it, but I just think people aren't happy about it because it wasn't a splash. But again, I just don't know. Like, I just don't know anything about him. Like, I don't know. I saw someone say Brad Holmes. Dan stated it. Like, they know that changes have to be made. Like, they know. So I feel like they wouldn't have brought him in if there wasn't a good reason. And so,
Right.
Obviously, like, we didn't know who Ben Johnson was before he became a great OC. Like, a lot of these guys don't get noticed until they all of a sudden become great OCs. And, he was dealing with a really bad Cardinals offense last year. So honestly, it's like, am I happy about it? No, but maybe it's just because I don't know him. So it's like, he seems like a nobody to me, but maybe he's a lot bigger of an offensive mind. Bro went to, was it Yale or Harvard? He's very smart. Seems like he knows a lot about football.
He also coached with Ben Johnson at Boston College. They were
Yeah.
both assistants there.
So
And
maybe-
apparently, I don't know how true this is, but I was reading that Ben Johnson recommended him to
Okay.
the Lions.
I bet he did. I got a guy who I could.
He's
easily
going to be great.
outmatch.
Trust me.
Yeah. Yeah,
You guys are going to run the North with him.
yeah, that sounds like sabotage by Ben Johnson. But
100%. I got some numbers for our new OC that I just wanted to throw out there. So obviously this year with the Cardinals, they finished 31st in rushing, averaging 93.1 yards per game. They finished 23rd in scoring at 20.9 points per game. So not the best in terms of what we're looking for, offensive production. However, they did not have Kyler Murray for majority of the year. Marvin Harrison Jr. is possibly a bust. We never know. James Conner, and they were basically on their second and third string running back most of the year. So I wanted to take another look at the year before when pretty much everyone was healthy. Yes, the Cardinals were still bad, but I think that they're just a bad organization. That year they finished 7th in rushing, 11th in total offense, and 12th in points scored. I think if that's the OC we're getting, I have high hopes.
I mean, you put him with our talent and all that. I think it's just we don't know what we're getting. Like, I have no idea. Like, we had this whole laundry list of people that we could get, and we pulled a guy that was not on anybody's list. So it's just kind of like I just don't know what to think. Like, I don't know a lot about this guy, and then on top of the Cardinals just being ass. But again, I feel like there's got to be a reason that they're bringing him in. Obviously, they saw something. We're all casuals compared to the guys that actually bring in people. So there's obviously something that Brad and Dan see that we don't. So I feel like I'm not gonna say that this is definitely the guy I wanted, but I will I will put my trust in Brad for now until
I
we see what this team is,
I got one more. I got one more stat before Donnie goes. Just I know Donnie's got some words to say. I just found this. So in the last 3 years with the Cardinals, the Cardinals were fourth in the league in play action rate per season. When Goff is in play action, he's 70% on his throws with a passer rating of 114. So if we're incorporating more play action, I think that's going to be better for Goff. Hopefully that translate because we have a good running game. But Goff and play action is going to be our bread and butter, I think, next year. Go ahead, Donnie.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of was just like everybody else. I'm like, okay, nobody knows anything about this guy
Right.
that's in Michigan, at least. Arizona fans know him probably pretty well because he's been there a couple years. But like, I don't know. Everybody either hates it or is like okay with it. I don't think anybody loves it. My thing is, I saw something and it like kind of made me like, I don't know, pause for a second. It said, do you guys like, it was like a thing for Lions fans. It was, do you trust Brad and Dan at this point to go out and get a coordinator that is an unknown that nobody really knows? Like, yeah, people wanted Mike McDaniel, like all these big names, like everybody had their like dream OC basically. But do you trust them to go out and get somebody that we don't really know at this point? And I was like, damn, like I kind of don't right now. Like I think the last 2 years, last year and a half of Lions decisions has made it so we're all questionable. Before that, like say Dan left really early, I think everybody would have been like, okay, like yeah, we don't know this guy, but we're going to be open minded. I think the line like Brad and Dan have made such questionable decisions the last year and a half of time where we're like, we don't fucking know what they're doing. Like yeah, this guy could be one of
Oh, good
made
talk.
almost every draft pick, almost every staff member. But now it's like now they're hitting 50-50 at best. It seems like with roster decisions and everything else.
That
So it's
is
like I
that's
think
a good take. And
I
my only
think
like kind of
it it,
I mean,
it
Ben
only
Johnson was
matters.
kind of a random.
It only
was
matters.
before we made him.
It only matters the scheme really. I don't really give a fuck about the name. It's what this guy is going to do because like I think you take half the offensive staff members in the league, like members on an offensive staff in the NFL, I think half of them can make the Lions offense look good. Like that's just the kind of talent we have. It's more so like what there is, and that's kind of what I kept saying. I just want a person that runs the ball. I don't give a fuck where they come from. I don't care what they believe in terms of how to run the ball. I just want somebody who's going to commit to the run game and help the O line. And that's really it. This guy, will he do that? Who really knows? I like James Conner in Arizona. I like the way they use him. So like it could be good. I honestly think it's going to turn out about like what John Morton did. John Morton was okay, not great enough, and we might be looking for another fucking coordinator next year. But hopefully this guy works out. I mean, he seems pretty young, so he's somebody who could be a coach one day.
I think he's
So
38.
I
at this point,
do like
at this
Donnie's
point,
take.
I have a lot less. I have less hope in our offensive line getting good again than I do this guy. Like I think there are more issues than what this dude's going to turn out to be.
I do
Basically,
like Donnie's take in the terms of do you trust Brad like at that point. And see, here's the thing is because obviously he's not like in terms of not besides the draft, I feel like, he's made decent splashes here and there. But I feel like this is up to a point, 2023, we go 12-5 conference championship game. Boom. That's good stuff. Last year, 15-2. We get bounced first round, but we had the defense, we had the practice squad people on our defense. Wow. Maybe if we had a healthy defense, that's almost pushing 17-0 right there. So it's like, and then the first half of this year, before the trade deadline, we were 5-2, 5-3 at one point. So then all of a sudden, he didn't make a big splash. Then all of a sudden we go 9-8. So it's like, okay, now their eyes need to be open. No playoffs, almost losing record. So not making a big splash before is maybe them just not realizing that, they think we're still a great team. And honestly, we were, but maybe not the beginning of this year, but 9-8, they've got to make a big splash. And Dan said that they've got to make changes. So I will say I trust Brad until this season hits. If this season hits and he didn't actually fix the O-line, he just brought in like nobodies that didn't help it, and he didn't really bring any big names in, or at least didn't bring one or two big names in, didn't draft well, and the OC is bad, then I will officially say, okay, Brad's kind of scaring me, and I'm not really trusting him that well. But the fact that this is the kind of first, like, this is panic. Like, we not panic like rebuild, but panic like, damn, we need to fix some things fast. So, and I feel like if Brad notices that and it does get fixed, then I do trust Brad. But if he doesn't fix it for this next year and say we have another 9-8 season or at least make the playoffs or anything like that, then I'm seriously like, okay, yeah, I'm
I
on the
mean,
train
if,
where
if
I
you
don't
watch,
trust Brad.
if you watch Brad's end of season press conference, he basically said anti what you just said. He basically said, I know we were 9-8, but I believe we were right there. We're not going to make any splash decisions. We're just going to basically retool the roster. So that was kind of my thing coming down the stretch. Once the Lions, it was kind of like, damn, they're probably not going to make the playoffs. We had like a 5% chance. I was hoping the Lions were going to lose out, and I was hoping we Bears. I wanted Brett to like not be able to ignore that there's a problem. I think them beating the Bears that final week, I think that like, see, we're right there, guys. Like that's a playoff team. They're the 2 seed. When in reality, it's like, no, we just have the Bears number because their defense isn't very good.
Yeah.
And it's going to be.
It'll really tell.
They gave themselves enough. The players gave them enough ammo going into the offseason where they're like, see, we just got to tweak some stuff. When it's like, no, you don't need to tweak some stuff. You need to tweak an entire fucking offensive line and defensive line and probably second. Like, there's a ton of things that need tweak, and they just think it just needs minor adjustments.
We'll really see what he does. I mean, if free agency comes and he doesn't do much except sign some nobodies, then it's like, okay, yeah, we're fucking cooked. I mean, if he goes in, signs a huge name guard, goes and drafts another O lineman, brings in a big name secondary, or honestly, I mean, at this point, just a solid second stringer or a safety that replaces Branch. You know, if Fitu is going to be a free agent and Branch is going to be out half the season, if he makes those kinds of splashes, then, you know, I'm actually like, okay, well, we'll see how we actually perform. And, you know, hopefully this OC does come in here and he basically looks at this team and says, guys, the answer is right in front of our faces. It's run first every single time. Like, I know we have Amon-Ra, we have J-Mo, and we have Laporta, but we hit this run until they make us not run the ball. Until we are getting back-to-back 1 to negative yard plays, we run the ball in their face every time. And guess what? With our Lions team, as long as Monty and Jameer are on the team, it's probably going to work 95% of the time. So they just need to get, okay, bye, Colin.
All right.
It's going to work most of the time. But yeah, I mean, Brad's got to really show off this offseason. We'll see what he does. I mean, we have a middle of the round pick, so yeah, I guess we'll see. I know that we do have a little bit more cap money than we thought. And we'll see who they bring back in free agency. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm not definitely happy about the OC, but you know, I won't judge him until he plays, I guess. You know, we didn't really all know who Ben Johnson was until all of a sudden we were like, holy shit, this guy's an offensive mastermind. And then, you know, we were like, oh, man.
Except for last game.
Yeah.
I will only sign off on the new OC if we come out first play next year. Full wing tee, Monty, fullback trap.
Oh, boy, we'd be cooked.
If that happens. What if this guy is just a wing tee mastermind?
What if this guy really like? What if this our nightmare really comes true and this guy really likes Tom Kennedy?
Out of dust offense.
What if our nightmare really comes true and this guy's a big Tom Kennedy guy?
Bro, put Tom Kennedy at fullback, trap every fucking play,
pancaked every play. That'd be that wouldn't be good. All right, well, moving on to the conference championship games. Colin, take us away.
All right, we got Patriots at Broncos for the AFC Championship game. Obviously, no Bo Nix this week. I am gonna go Patriots, but I think it's gonna be a little too close for comfort, despite the fact that there's no Bo Nix. But yeah, Patriots heading back to the Super Bowl after all that adversity they faced the last couple of years. You know, really deserving of getting back to the big game.
All the adversity. I know. Could you imagine not making the playoffs for 2 years and then going back to the Super Bowl?
I know, fucking crazy, man.
Nobody deserves it more than the New England Patriots.
That legit, that man the other day with the New England versus everybody sign, like, actually pissed me off.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
I'm like, you don't get to act like you've been like treated poorly by the league or anything like that. You were the golden boy for so long and you sucked for 2 years and now you're back. Chill the fuck out.
So good. It's so good. So yeah, Patriots versus the Broncos. I definitely think this game is going to have elements of this Patriots-Texans game for sure. I think Stidham's going to be just fine. I don't think he's going to have 4 interceptions like CJ Stroud, but I don't think that offense is going to be as productive without Bo Nix. As long as Drake May and the Patriots can protect the ball, I can see them winning this game like by a field goal, maybe a touchdown. But yes, I do have the Patriots moving on to the Super Bowl.
Not that it changes my pick too much, but the Broncos did open up J.K. Dobbins' practice return, and it sounds like they are hoping that he can make it for the conference championship game.
Oh boy!
I mean, R.J. Harvey hasn't been anything spectacular. J.K. Dobbins was actually pretty solid for them for a little bit. So, you know, if they can get him back and commit to the run, you know, maybe that there's a good shot and their defense can make some huge plays because their defense is really good. But I don't think. I think this game will be close. I don't think it's going to be a blowout and everything. Stidham's going to come in here and the Patriots are just going to blow him out. I just don't think that's what's going to happen. But I do have the Patriots winning this game and going to the Super Bowl. But yeah, I think it is going to be a little bit more like Val said, a Texans Patriots type of game, and there's going to be a lot of defense in play here. But yeah, I got the Patriots going to the Super Bowl.
I don't know if it was. I don't know what's going on in my brain. You ever have a take or you think something and you're like, everything in the world tells me not to think this, but you still have the thought in the back of your head.
Oh yeah.
For some reason, okay, you guys just.
No, I absolutely
It's
understand what
usually
he's saying. I absolutely I'm not even joking you. I do get what you're getting at because I have that shit all the time.
everything with reason and sanity in this world should say that the Patriots go in comfortably win by 1, 2, maybe 3 scores against a Broncos team that just shit out of luck. You lost your quarterback. What can you do? But the Broncos defense is so good where I feel like there's a part of me that feels like Jared Stidham's going to go
I don't
and
hate
have
it.
like 120 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, and the Broncos just fucking squeak out like a
I really wish I could hear what score he said.
Something.
13-10 Denver.
There you
I
go.
just
13-10.
I think I like Drake May a lot, but Drake May has been fumbling the ball so bad these playoffs. This is what he's talking about. The first game against the Chargers, good defense. Don't get me wrong. All the fumbles, like literally, all you had to do was not fuck up that game because Justin Herbert was playing so bad. He tried to fuck it up about as much as he realistically could have. Against the Texans, CJ Stroud's playing like the worst football game we've seen in the playoffs in forever.
Full Peterman, man.
Yeah.
Never go full
Did you
Peterman.
put the ball on the ground? Like it's going to get lost to history because CJ Stroud threw fucking 4 interceptions and they lost a fumble and had 5 total turnovers. Drake May had 3. Like he was actively trying to fuck that game for the Patriots as well as Stroud was for the Texans. So I don't know. Nick Bonito, I feel like could get one here, strip sack, something like that.
Sean Payton's on the Broncos sideline, man. Anything's possible.
And if any coach is going to get just enough out of a guy, it's the guy who was starting Taysom Hill at quarterback for 1 year. I'm stupidly going to go with the Broncos to eke out like a 2-3 point victory.
I don't hate it.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't think it's stupid. I do. It's the playoffs, man. Anything
Very
can happen.
possible.
It's given me 2015 Broncos vibes with Peyton Manning out there barely being able to complete a forward pass, but yet they're still fucking winning games somehow.
It's true.
Now it's hard because
really true.
they don't have a good running back, and at least back then they had somewhat of a run game. So I definitely think the Patriots are going to win 28-10 or 28-3, but I'm going to pick the Broncos in case I have a big brain moment here.
We all know, Donnie mentioned it. We all know Colin has a dream every night that Sean Payton would call Drew Brees and say, "Hey, man, I know you got one more ride left in you. Come, I'll meet you at practice." And Drew Brees comes out here and wins a Super Bowl for the Broncos.
Crazy enough, I saw this. Jared Stidham, the last time he threw a regular season pass in the NFL was the same year Drew Brees retired. So it wasn't crazy to think that Drew Brees could come out and try to play. Given he literally has fucking arm.
Stidham has at least been in the league and going through NFL conditioning.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it was just crazy when I saw that.
Sean Payton did in that interview saying, "Yeah, he's ready. He's ready." I was like, okay, he's maybe ready to play an NFL game, but is he ready for a conference championship game? Like, I mean,
if it was in Massachusetts, I would say probably not. But the fact that it's a home conference championship game, I think helps him out a lot.
Plus,
if he was going into a hostile environment in his first live game action to head to the Super Bowl for the first time in 3 years was the last time he threw a pass, right? 3 years ago, 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Years ago.
would be insane. So
I don't know, man. It would be different if the Broncos defense wasn't that great. But this is also the first time the Patriots this is Drake May's first road playoff game. Andy's looked shaky in his 2 home playoff games. Like, it's just, I don't think it's out of bounds to think that the Broncos somehow.
It's not.
Definitely not.
There were quite a few games with Bo Nix that the defense won for them this season.
I mean,
early on
it would also be different. It'd also be different if they didn't have a great offensive mind. Like Sean Payton is one of the better offensive minds ever. So I think that's helping him a lot too. Now, caveat, if the Broncos do somehow win, they will get beat by 150 points by either the Rams or Seattle. So Broncos fans could have one good week out of this shit. And that's it.
To at least make it back to the bowl.
Yeah.
Honestly, that'd be a W. If they made the Super Bowl with Jared Stidham.
Yeah.
Because then they will always have the argument, well, we would have won with Bo Nix. And fuck, they might have. But
They could
All
have.
right.
NFC Conference Championship, Rams at Seahawks. I got a gut feeling about the Rams. I feel like they're going to play pissed off. They probably feel like they got robbed a couple weeks ago in Seattle, lost that game by 1 in overtime. So, I mean, I think that the Rams are certainly going to be motivated, but after how the Seahawks came out and just blasted the 49ers last week, I don't think it's going to do much of a difference. I think the Seahawks are going to take this one by at least a full touchdown. Give me the Seahawks.
Yeah, I think the winner of this game is going to win the Super Bowl, in my opinion. I think we can all
for
agree
sure.
with that.
100%.
My biggest takeaway from this Rams team, this playoff series, Matthew Stafford has been terrible under the pressure of the defense, especially playing against a weak Panthers defense and a weak Bears defense. He's played not the best against the
He's got the
pressure.
Seahawks right where he wants them.
Seahawks have a
Honestly,
great
It's like the
Honestly,
call an ambulance, but not for
Not
me.
honestly.
And honestly, that could be the key is that he's just been saving it for Seattle, you know? But I think Stafford's lack of mobility and ability to get out of the pocket has been costing them some of these games. Not that they've lost, but like the fact that they're close games. I think Puka has a real argument to be the best offensive player on this team on a year Stafford wins MVP. I think that's not crazy to say.
He's been
I,
nuts this year.
Puka might have an argument for best wide receiver in the league. I think that's all up in the like
Yep.
everyone can agree with that.
Just needs to keep his mouth shut a little bit.
Yeah, his off the field antics.
Yeah.
But Seattle has just been rolling, and I think that pressure that Seattle's defense is going to give Stafford fits. Stafford has thrown multiple interceptions that should have been interceptions, but didn't. I think this is going to be the game where they become interceptions. I think Seattle's defense is just going to smother the Rams' offense and go to the Super Bowl.
If anyone is going to beat Seattle in the conference championship game in Seattle, it is the Los Angeles Rams. They, obviously being a wild card team, have been on the road this entire time. They go to Carolina, obviously not talking about the team, but you're in a Panthers team that, this is the first time they've made the playoffs since 2015. It was loud there. Like it was very loud. They go out there and squeak out a win. They go to Chicago, obviously a same situation. Chicago on fire, very loud, very cold, and they squeak out a win. If any team is ready for this and can get the win, it is the Los Angeles Rams. I think if the Bears would have won, I think they would have gotten destroyed by Seattle. Um, they've played Seattle hard all year. It has been two good matchups. Rams getting the first one, Seattle getting the second one. Um, it's such a very like if the offensive line can hold for Stafford, can the Rams defense make a couple stops? They have had some very bad moments this year. So it's a lot of what ifs, but I do think this Rams team is ready for it. They don't have to travel too far. They don't have to travel cross country to get there. Um, I think they're ready for it. It's a divisional game, and I think it's going to be a very close game. I just think in the end, they found a way to win all playoffs, and the Rams are going to find a way to win again. I think if the Rams don't win, I think the Rams are going to squeak out a win here. And that's who I am picking. But if they don't squeak out the win, I think it is like a 20 point or 21-point victory. Because it seems like the Seahawks, except for that one Rams game, obviously, but it seems like the Seahawks are just going to either keep it close and lose or it's a blowout. And that's what it is. But I don't know.
What do you think's more likely?
I, in my opinion, I think the Rams squeak out a win here. Divisional game, I don't know. In my gut, it's telling me that the Rams are ready for this, and they are pissed off from that last game where they kind of got robbed a little bit off that weird 2-point conversion shit. So I'm gonna pick the Rams. And I'm gonna pick Stafford going to a second Super Bowl and have a Rams versus Patriots Super Bowl. Hopefully, it's a better Super Bowl than the Super Bowl we got in 2018.
Weather in Seattle is supposed to be 45, sunny, not much wind. I think that's a big thing we didn't think about because
That helps.
weather in Seattle can be rainy, shitty. Just kind of depends on the time of year. Honestly, I think the analysis is pretty easy. The Seahawks, I thought the Rams were the best team in football until this last weekend. Seattle, all across the board, on paper, should be the best team in football. They are the best team in football. In theory, they should win the Super Bowl, I would say pretty handily, the way they've played all season, really. They lost to a good 49ers team. They lost to the Rams once. Honestly, I can't remember who the other loss was, but let's just say it was a one-off. It means they lost only 3 times. They annihilate a 49ers team that was in over their skis at this point. And yeah, the team should roll. Sam Darnold, I don't think yet has actually been challenged. I think last week was good in terms of he just got a confidence boost because they just beat the shit out of the 49ers. He couldn't have fucked that game up if he tried. Like, literally could not have lost that game for them if he wanted to. And that's good because now he knows like he won a big playoff game. But at the same time, I think the lack of pressure that he had in that game kind of was a deterrence to him because now we really still don't know if he still got it or if he can do it in the playoffs. And the Rams have played like shit the last month or so of the season. They should have lost to Carolina, honestly. Then they go to the Chicago, and I thought they were dead to rights. Caleb should have, if he doesn't throw that stupid interception, the Bears win that game and they're going to Seattle. And Stafford hasn't looked fantastic either. Like Dal said, he's been affected by the pressure, all that. That's one way to look at it. Another way to look at it is they have gone on the road twice, played dog shit football, and they're still somehow in the NFC Championship game, one game away from a Super Bowl. I think, like I said, Seattle's the best team. If you believe in Sam Darnold, they should win the Super Bowl. But the Rams are the only team to give them trouble all year long. They should have won both games if it's not for a bullshit 2-point conversion call. And the Seahawks defense is legit, should give Matthew Stafford all he can want and more. But I think it's going to come down to Matthew Stafford late in game or Sam Darnold late in game. And I think everybody with a mind is going to take Matthew Stafford late in game. I think the Rams win, and I think they move on and beat either the Patriots or the Broncos and win the Super Bowl.
All right.
Yeah. And the other team so they lost to the 49ers week 1, then they lost that close game with the Rams, and then they lost in that crazy like back and forth game with the Bucks when the Bucks were actually good. It was 38-35 where they were scoring literally every fucking possession there was a score.
They lost the Bucks and the Bucks. Go Rams.
Yeah. Well, this was when the Bucks were actually like, wow, the Bucks are like Super Bowl contenders, and then they were.
All right,
like,
what was the end of the season record?
Yeah. Their record at that point, I think, was like 6-1, and then they ended up 8-9.
I think that game was like week 3, and I think they were 2-0. But I understand your point.
No, it was week 6.
All right. That was the pick.
That's picks.
Yeah, there we go.
My bad. I'm doing something for work really quick.
Before we get into tonight's game, in terms of like for the podcast,
Tonight's game.
Special shout out to Indiana for winning
Yes,
the
sir.
national championship against
Indiana
Miami. We didn't bring it
Hoosiers.
up. Fernando Mendoza, future Las Vegas Raider,
Yeah.
probably with the play of the
Raiders owner was
decade.
Mark
His
Davis was there.
Heisman,
That Heisman play was crazy.
he could go on to be one of the better first-round picks of the last few years, and that play will still be the highlight of his career. That was an insane play.
Yeah, that play was insane. I saw a still shot, and the caption was, "This still shot is going to be in the basements of Indiana homeowners for hundreds of years."
Guaranteed.
Absolutely.
So I just wanted to. I know we're an NFL podcast, but shout out college football playoffs and national champions Indiana.
I'm just
another
glad
Big
that
Ten
Carson
champion.
Beck was not rewarded for playing 7 years of college football.
God, yeah.
I'm so sick of the eligibility rules and everything.
Yeah,
that is fair. But I mean, honestly, like the eligibility rules and fucking NIL, Kurt Signetti might end up being the Nick Saban of this era. The fact that they won, and
I did not realize it until today. He's 64. He probably doesn't have like a 10-year run in him. He's probably going to be there like 5 years max.
Well, he's probably only going to coach maybe another decade at most. That's why a lot of the people I keep seeing him linked to the Raiders. Like you go get Mendoza, you go to the NFL. Other than the fact that he said he's not an NFL guy, he likes college more. Kind of like you said, like he just rebuilt Indiana. Do you want to go to the pros and eat shit for 3 years in the hopes of winning a Super Bowl? Or would you rather build a little dynasty in Indiana? I would rather stay in Indiana if I was him. And there's going to be more parity.
Plus,
I don't think
he's getting stupid money at Indiana. They paid up for him. So like he's making the same amount of money he'd be making in the NFL realistically.
100%. It's basically
the pressure. You won a national championship at Indiana. You're retiring a Hoosier if you want to. They could not even sniff the playoffs the next couple of years. He's getting a statue. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. You will legit get a statue. 1,000,000%.
Also, just want to point that it is a little fun story. I'll make it very quick.
Oh boy.
Now this is about UConn. And so obviously I'm a Michigan State fan, and my buddies are Michigan State fans, and they make fun of Colin, and they don't even know Colin. We were trying to figure out a Michigan State game to go to this year. And we were like, why don't we go to an away game? And we were like, we could go to the Indiana game. That'd be a cool one to go to. This was before the season started. And, I was like, hold on, let me call my college guy, because I'm going to call him and ask him if that'd be a good game to go to. So we're all around the bonfire. I call Colin. I said, hey, man, do you think Indiana's going to be that good this year? Like, do you think Indiana, it would be a good game to go to? He goes, I think they'll be good. Will they be ranked? Probably. Will they make playoffs? I don't know. But yeah, I think Michigan State holds a good fight against them, and hopefully maybe we can win.
Hey,
But they're a
hey,
good
hey!
team.
What I will say is we put up a better fight against them than fucking Bama did in the playoffs.
That's
All right,
fair. That's
I'm
fair.
hanging the banner on
But
that.
Austin mentioned it the other day. He goes, "Yeah, shout out Colin for saying it at that bonfire that they would not make the playoffs." And they,
I never said. I don't think I ever said that they wouldn't make the playoffs. I said I wasn't sure.
from exactly what everyone says is that you were like, they're definitely gonna be ranked, but
I
will they
mean,
make the
nobody
playoffs?
expected them to win the fucking
That's what I
Natty,
said. I was like, to
right?
be fair, no one expected them to go undefeated.
They were like 100-1 preseason to win the championship.
Hey,
Yeah.
we're not like,
Something
we
fucking-
obviously know how hard that is to predict. We just think it's funny that it was like the one team we asked you about. You're like, yeah, maybe they'll be all right, and then they ended up
I think I
winning.
specifically said I would not go to that one.
You
I
actually
think I
told us that it'd
specifically
be a
said.
cool. To be fair, you told
I
us
wanna-
it'd be a cool game to go to just because it would be a cool place to go see.
Right, I was
that
going to say
your
I know
reason.
Memorial Stadium is nice, but yeah, and it was I think our closest road game this year.
Yes, it
So
was. That's why we.
that was like
considered
realistically your only choice.
it. Yeah.
I want to
Now
read
we're
off
gonna go to UCLA.
I want to read off a couple crazy things I saw about Indiana while we're on topic. Did you know this year, a team to not lose a turnover battle in any game their entire championship season, Indiana is one of two this century. It was them this year, and it was 2013 Florida State. Never lost a turnover battle.
Wow.
In any game.
Crazy.
Oh, it gets crazier.
Lost the turnover battle or never lost a turnover?
Never lost the turnover battle. Like
Okay.
never had more turnovers than their opponent, which makes sense.
That's the key to winning.
It seems insane until you think about it, and you're like, well, duh. I mean, they won every game in most. Yeah. Anyway, they're the only team, or they're not the only team. They're one of only two teams to never trail in their college football run to a title since 2014, since we've had a playoff. It was them, and it was 2020 Bama. Keep in mind, Indiana had to play 3 games. Every other college football champion has only had to play 2.
Yeah, are they the first 16 national champion?
Since Yale, of like
Yeah.
it was like 18
Because they had to play an extra game, obviously.
Yep.
Because of the
Yeah.
quarterfinal.
And then Heisman a national championship, quarterback to win a national championship and a Heisman in the same season this century. It was Matt Leinart in 04 for USC, Cam Newton 2010 Auburn, Jameis Winston Florida State 2013, Joe Burrow 2019, and Mendoza this year. So absolutely fucking absurd company for Mendoza.
All dogs.
Mm-hmm.
I saw something else. I can't remember where I saw it though. But yeah, just Indiana, absolute unit. Do you guys think Mendoza is going to be what do you project for his career? Because he's probably obviously going to go to the Raiders. Like, how do you guys
I think it depends on who
Well,
they get there,
when
man.
you've got Kenny Pickett behind you, I mean, it's not a
He's going to
great.
be losing down his Oh my God, his career is going to be over. They're going to have to ship Kenny out. It's
I
going
was-
to ruin his confidence.
I was more saying that he's not going to have a good like influencer behind him. Like Kenny's going to be like, the picture that I saw that was hilarious was CJ Stroud's second year in the NFL, and it was Caleb's rookie year. And that man, CJ Stroud, little bro Caleb Williams, is like, hey man, just don't take those hits, blah blah blah. And since that picture, Stroud
CJ
has
Stroud.
been way worse than Caleb Williams. And Caleb, in that, like, you could tell he's like, get the fuck away from me, bro. Like, you're not
Yeah.
Aaron
I think-
Rodgers.
I
Like, you're a
think-
second
Maybe
year.
worry
NFL
about
player.
being a good quarterback for 2 straight years before you try
Yeah.
fucking
I-
big role with somebody.
I saw that. I think it was CJ Stroud has had 40 touchdowns and 34 turnovers or something like that since that moment.
Caleb's had way better
Absurd.
stats. It's like that one is like, bro, like if you were in the league 5 or 6 years, like I would understand, but bro, it was your second year in the NFL. Like you should still be getting advice from like veterans. Like you're not a veteran.
It sucks because I honestly don't even hate that move. I
don't
don't hate
either.
that he did that. I also think that CJ is a dude. I just think obviously the way it turned out is awful for him.
Yeah.
Fucking he's been so fucking bad since then. But no, I think honestly I wasn't sold on Mendoza. I kind of thought he was going to be kind of like I knew he was probably going to go number 1 overall. I thought he was going to be like kind of a bust. Not bust, but like he's just going to be run of the mill. Like he's going to be like Bo Nix, maybe a little worse.
I'll tell you
But
what,
that-
that man was terrible in my dynasty on NCAA.
Well, with no Dante Moore, he's definitely the sole. He's number 1 overall.
I mean,
for sure.
If the Raiders hire a competent coach on any level, I think Mendoza might be like a fucking dude. Like I think he could be. I wasn't sold until that run last night. That run last night has me thinking he could actually be something special.
I think he's gonna start slow. I just think that he's got to wait for this team to get rebuilt. It might take a year or two, but then that 3rd, 4th year, I feel like that's when he's gonna pop.
I think at least they're not bringing. Hopefully, they bring in a good coach, but at least they're not bringing him into like. Cam Ward is brought into the Titans. No weapons, nothing on that team. At least the Raiders, they have a second-year Genty. Brock Bowers is a dog, and hopefully they can go out and get some other talent. But like Brock Bowers and Ashton Genty are dogs to lean behind when this man Cam Ward was given like nothing.
Yeah, they have 2 cornerstone pieces, and they have like a shit ton of cap space, like a A lot of cap space. So like they're in a better spot than
The
most.
one thing good for Cam Ward is that Robert Saleh just signed with the Titans. That might help him out a lot. Because honestly, I mean, obviously he didn't play good this year, but I don't think Cam Ward's bad. I think could be a good quarterback still. I just think he's on the Titans. But Robert Saleh going to the Titans,
I did see that
So, like,
Salah wants to call plays for the defense too, so
Okay.
that's
I mean,
good
he
news
should.
for the Titans.
they could. I
I
mean,
really thought Saleh would go somewhere with a good quarterback because, like, obviously Zach Wilson didn't work out. If I was him, I would have picked somewhere like, you know what I mean, with a quarterback kind of already in place. I wouldn't want to go because like Cam Ward could be good.
I thought
Or
he might
maybe
go to
even
the, I thought
maybe
he-
even Las Vegas, where you know you're about to draft a guy.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
if I was going young, unproven quarterback, if I was him, I would have gone to the Raiders solely because you're getting Mendoza, and then it's like you get to build the defense how you want. You get like a
Right.
blank slate to build a defense, and you have
And you
Max
get,
Crosby.
I was gonna say you get Max Crosby right off the bat.
Like he could have built a defensive like a defensive unit, and then just if Mendoza's even halfway good, then you're set on offense.
Obviously,
Mhm.
this is in hindsight. You could have gone to the Bills, get you Josh Allen, and build up that defense.
Right.
even the Ravens, man.
I
Like
feel like the Bills got to go offensive guy. I don't think you can go like I don't think they would
Brian
have
Dable.
even if they
Brian Dable.
if they hire Dable or Joe Brady, their current offensive coordinator. I think those are the only two bad hires they could make. I think those would be bad choices.
I think Dable would be all right.
I mean,
Yeah,
You
but
think
like,
Mike McCarthy's going to find a landing spot this year?
who?
Mike McCarthy.
McCarthy.
I think he honestly.
Maybe.
I think he should go. I think he should either go to Pittsburgh.
I
Or
was
I
just
could
going to
see
say I
Buffalo.
feel like Pittsburgh might be a solid landing spot for him.
He's born and raised in Pittsburgh. Like he's
Right.
a Steel. Like he grew up a Steelers fan and shit.
I think
I think he should go to Pittsburgh.
Rodgers might give it one last ride if Mike McCarthy comes in.
Oh, no.
Honestly,
No, because he wanted. Remember, he kind of forced Big Mike out of Green Bay.
That's
I don't
true.
think they get along.
true.
I don't think they like each other at all.
All right, Dels.
All right, Colin, you do not get to participate in this game.
Is this the one that we did 2 weeks ago?
Yes.
Oh,
All right,
I was
that's
like,
fine.
damn, what an asshole! Like, yo, Colin, get the fuck out. You suck.
Is it the same list?
It's the revised list.
The one that I helped you?
Yes,
Gotcha.
yes.
What if
All
Marshall watched the episode?
He definitely did not.
I 100% did not.
Yeah. All right, Marshall, Donnie. This is keep 4, cut 4, but this is white wide receiver edition.
This is my
I knew
domain.
this man was going to get excited.
I'm in my domain. I am in my
Oh,
bag.
man. So as a
Marshall,
reminder,
you're
Oh, wait, so me and Donnie
Wait, are we
gotta,
working together?
so as a reminder, you guys are working together. I'm going
Son of
to
a
give
bitch.
you the name of a white wide receiver.
Donnie's
You
going to
have
want to
to
keep all of them.
I
Hold
know.
on, hold on.
first
Hold on.
four, deep.
This is dead ass that meme where it says
We
like,
got to keep them. We got to keep them, Marshall.
this is dead ass that meme of bro holding bro back. Hold on, let him cook. Listen, Marshall,
You
step
gotta,
back.
do you still have
Donnie,
mine written
Donnie,
down
I
somewhere?
will probably agree
Yes,
with you
I
on
do.
most of them,
Okay,
but
we'll have to go
swear,
through mine after
if
this.
Tom
Yep.
Kennedy is on this list.
Number
he
one
is
keep.
Not,
Number one.
not a keep.
You got to keep it just for the potential.
No, there's no potential with Tom Kennedy.
All right.
Let's do it.
So I'm gonna give you guys a white wide receiver. You guys have to decide to keep or
Oh.
cut. 4 keeps, 4 cuts. All
All
right.
time or current?
This,
All time.
This list,
All
is
time.
All time?
It's all time. It's all
This
time.
list is about to have so much fucking grit. I swear to God, so much grit.
Starting off,
Go.
Wes Welker.
Ooh, that's a good white.
That's a good white.
Jesus Christ, man.
He even has the uber white name, Wes. Like, come on, that's an auto keep.
I was gonna leave it up to you, and if you're saying keep, I'll say keep.
He's got to be a keep. There's only two people I immediately thought of white wide receivers that are auto
Wes
keeps.
Welker's definitely one. Of
He's
them.
probably one of them.
Yeah,
All
all right,
right.
keep him.
Keeping Wes Welker. Next up, we have Steve Largent.
Auto keep. That was the first person I thought of.
That's a keep. That's a keep.
He's one of the better receivers. Period.
Yeah,
Let alone.
that's a keep.
All right, keeping Steve Largent. Next up, we have Hunter Renfro.
Oh, what a dog! What a dog!
If this was college, maybe, but no, he was not.
If we're going off route running, I mean, bro might be a keep, but if in
Don't even
general, in
He's a great like 5 years from now, like a list on TikTok. Do you remember Hunter Renfro?
Yeah.
But
That's-
for all time white.
that's a cut.
All right. Just to recap, we're keeping Wes Welker, keeping Steve Largent, and then cutting Hunter Renfro. You have 2 keeps and 3
I'm feeling
cuts
great.
remaining.
I'm feeling great so far.
Number 4, Jordy Nelson.
That's a hard one.
Ooh. That's on the line.
I'm gonna give my opinion, Donnie, but I'll let you make the final call. I'm gonna say cut. I think we will get 2 more people better than Jordy Nelson.
Jordy Nelson has like sneaky all-time stats though.
He
Like,
does.
he was solid.
He does.
He was
He was
solid for a
solid.
long
But
time.
I'm gonna say cut.
Can you name 3 other better white wide receivers off the top of your head right now, though?
It's just hard to say
That's
who
what I'm
he's gonna
saying.
name.
It's like,
But like I think like if he says Cooper Cup, I would take Cooper Cup over Jordy Nelson.
oh, I don't, man, I love Cooper Cup. I don't think he can. I just don't.
There's
Triple crown winner.
Yes,
One-
and that's
one
one
season.
of the best seasons ever.
True.
But Cooper Cup got good way too late.
I mean, all right, it's your call. I'm saying cut, but we can keep him.
I'm just, man, I'm trying to think off the top of my head, like, fucking other white guys. I'm gonna say keep. I think Jordy Nelson is better. I think he's better.
All right. Keeping Jordy Nelson. You have one keep remaining, 3
I'm
cuts.
saving it because I know who's coming up last.
Next up, we got Cooper Cup.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
I'm okay cutting him.
Okay, we can cut him.
If this was all time like best years, I would feel bad. But
I'll give you
Cooper
that.
Cup,
We
he
can
got
cut
good
him.
at like 28. It's like he just doesn't have a long enough runway.
All right, cutting Cooper Cup.
It does hurt. I love Cooper.
Next up, we have Adam Thielen.
How many cuts do we have left? 2 cuts, 1 keep.
2 cuts, 1 keep.
I have a feeling someone else. I have a feeling Julian Edelman will be on this list, and that's a cut for me. I would.
Cutting a Super Bowl MVP might be crazy.
Julian Edelman is so overrated. So overrated.
That's crazy. to me.
Marshall, we're not dealing with a list of 30 great athletes here. We're dealing with like 5. I think Julian Edelman definitely makes this list.
And that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. And I think he's a cut.
I like Adam Thielen. He's one of like my like favorite white wide receivers. But in terms of the scope of all time,
Yeah, cut.
he's
Say if you cut Cooper Cup, you gotta cut Thielen.
yeah, that's what I was about to say too. If you're cutting Cooper Cup, you have to cut Adam Thielen.
All right. You have 3 keeps and 3 cuts, so you have 1 cut and 1 keep remaining. Next up, we have Tom Kennedy.
Donnie, that's if we actually want to win this list, it's a cut. It's a what? He's going to get the jersey. Cut. It's a cut.
Jersey. What are we doing?
I'll grab mine.
No, it's a cut. It's a cut. It has to be. We were 100% until Tom Kennedy showed up. It's blurry.
Let's go.
It's a cut. Donnie, it's a cut. It's a cut. Please say cut. All right, you know what? I'll leave it in your hands. Please say cut. But just know, if you keep him, we've lost.
Real quick, the fact that 50% of the purchased Tom Kennedy jerseys are on this podcast right now is insane.
One of them's authentic, at least.
One was custom made, the other was game worn.
Make the call.
Game issue.
Just know,
Thank you very much.
You're either going off your favorite, or if you cut Tom Kennedy, we will actually win, hopefully. But I say cut. You make the final call.
Okay. Let me rattle off.
What if Chris Durham's on this
lower
list?
my emotions here. Okay.
What if Chris Durham's on this list?
He went Tom Kennedy second to last for a reason. Like
For you to keep him.
Yes. Julian Edelman is next. I will bet any amount of money that he is next. And he should be a keep. He's Mount Rushmore white wide receivers.
I can't remember exactly who you swapped out for this one versus the one we did.
With that being said, he put him here thinking that I would think that, and he's going to just throw in some random bullshit white wide receiver.
It doesn't matter. We still botched the list. Cooper Kupp, Adam Thielen, like all these guys are better than Tom Kennedy.
You can't live in the past, Marshall. You got to live in what's now.
So even if you
right now is Tom Kennedy.
Right now, we are in the midst.
This is exactly how I thought this would go
receivers.
2 weeks ago when we put together the revised list, by the way.
We are in the midst of the greatest wide receiver renaissance we've ever seen. Adam Thielen, Julian Edelman, Steve Largent, and Welsh Welker walked, so Tom Kennedy could run. Okay? That's what we're talking about here.
He was a lacrosse player.
A professional lacrosse player.
Lacrosse, thank you, Colin. Anyway, in my totally serious, unbiased opinion, knowing who's coming up next, this hurts. I am going to keep Tom Kennedy. It's him. How dare you? You thought I was going to change my mind? Fuck Julian Edelman. His podcast sucks. Tom Kennedy. Hold on. Excuse me. Did Tom Kennedy throw a fucking touchdown? Yes, he did. Did Julian Edelman? Yes, but that doesn't count. He actually.
Yeah, I think he did.
Fuck Julian Edelman. The Patriots suck. Tom Kennedy has a million years left to play. He's a ripe age of only 29. He's got time in this league.
Ripe age 29 is insane.
Tom Kennedy is going to be the Mount Rushmore, Michael Jordan, LeBron James of white short wide receivers. I am taking that to the bank.
What's the next wide receiver?
To recap, you guys decided to keep Wes Welker, to keep Steve Largent, cut Hunter Renfrow, keep Jordy Nelson, cut Cooper Kupp,
Yeah,
cut
can we change Cooper
Adam
Kupp to a
Thielen,
keep?
I
and
think we're
keep
100%
Tom
right.
Kennedy.
I think we're batting 100.
Your final white wide receiver that you decided to cut is Super Bowl MVP Julian Edelman.
I'll take it.
I'll
We got
take
like
it.
Marshall.
You
Look
know
at
what?
this man got this man
Absolute
Marshall
cinema.
sticks.
Absolute cinema.
See, you know what the worst part is? You know what the worst
You're
part
not
is?
thinking about.
I
Oh my
don't
God,
even want Tom. Honestly, I'd rather have Tom Kennedy over Julian Edelman. But
Shut the fuck up.
Julian Edelman is so overrated.
Marshall
I
has had the
hate-
worst takes this
hate
podcast.
Julian Edelman. Julian
Marshall
Edelman is
has had
so
all-time
overrated.
bad
If we are going all time,
Oh
Cooper
my.
Kupp slams Julian Edelman.
We're talking about Tom Kennedy and Julian Edelman.
That was a
hey,
joke.
watch your
That
tone. Watch
was a
your
joke. That was a joke.
Was
I'm
it?
saying
Was
in
it? Or
general.
are you just backtracking?
I'm
because
saying
you
in
got black?
general. I'm saying in general, I would rather have Adam Thielen and Cooper Kupp over Julian Edelman. Julian Edelman
I mean, if
was
you had
not
two wide
good.
receivers versus one, yeah.
Julian Edelman
Listen,
was
Marshall,
not that good.
okay.
Just because he had
Okay.
a Super Bowl MVP in the worst Super Bowl that was ever played does not make him good.
I mean, I'm sure there are worse Super Bowls than that one.
No, that was
Okay,
the
we
worst
need
Super Bowl.
to. Marshall, the only reason Marshall is saying Julian Edelman is so overrated is because of that debate that happened immediately after Edelman's retirement, where there was like 3% of fans and they
Is
were
he a
all
Hall of
Patriots
Famer?
fans. Yeah, he's a Hall of Famer. What do you look at his playoff resume? He's a Hall of Famer. He's not a Hall of Famer. Everybody with a brain knows that. Is he going to go in the Patriots Ring of Honor? And like, is he an all-time playoff wide receiver? Yes, I would say both of those things are true. Mainly because he was in the playoffs so much, but that's neither here nor there. He's not a Hall of Famer, and that's why Marshall's dogging him right now. If he was to make the Hall of
he's
Fame,
just
I would be
ass.
on Marshall's side. I mean, he literally has one of, if not the best catch in Super Bowl history.
Oh,
So
It's definitely top
I wouldn't
10.
say the best.
Boy.
David Tyree's better.
Again,
But one of the best, for sure.
again, I'm taking Adam Thielen and Cooper Kupp over Julian Edelman.
See,
today.
I like both of those guys, and Julian Edelman is better than them. If Cooper Kupp would have played like
How is Adam Thielen not better than Julian Edelman? Because Julian Edelman won a Super Bowl MVP? Is
What
that
did-
really it?
what did Adam? Okay, because I can think of off the top of my head like 5 great Julian Edelman plays, and I can think of what maybe I can't even think of it.
Just to compare, Julian Edelman in his career, 6,800 yards and 36 touchdowns. Adam
About what?
Thielen, 8,500 yards and 64 touchdowns. He doubles his touchdowns and has 2,000 more yards than him in his career.
Okay, if you were to add in the playoffs, Julian Edelman's numbers are going to be
Yes, the playoffs led by the Patriots team led by Julian Edelman. Yes, not by Tom Brady, the GOAT or
I mean,
anything.
for like multiple Super Bowls, Julian Edelman was the best wide receiver on the Patriots. So like,
Which shows how great Tom Brady was. I mean, yeah, he's the GOAT. And
no,
Gronk was amazing.
this
Julian Edelman, it has nothing to do with the whole Hall of Famer thing. It's just that he really is just he's just an average receiver. Like, I would take a lot of other people over him.
Julian Edelman gets
Just because he had a couple good catches and he was decent in the playoffs does not make him that good.
that's I just don't agree. I can't think of an argument like to
Adam
like.
Thielen
There's
has
so
also
many
played
things I could say.
40 more games than Julian Edelman did in his career.
Right? That's because Julian Edelman wasn't good enough to play anymore, obviously.
He also was on the same team as one of the greatest tight ends of all time.
Again, like Donnie just said, he was the best receiver at one point and had 2 1,000-yard seasons. That's all he
Yes,
had. And
I think
he
that's
was basically
more
the
than
best
Cooper
receiver.
Kupp.
And he had Tom fucking Brady on his team.
I think
and
that's
he
more than
still
Cooper
was
Kupp.
just average.
You don't have to shit on Cooper Kupp to build up. Let's start there. You have to punch down to build somebody
Hey,
else up.
Marshall brought up the 1,000-yard seasons. Cooper
Stop.
Kupp has
Cooper
Kupp has
it up.
2,000-yard
It's fine.
seasons.
It's fine. That's fine. One has a triple crown.
Cooper Kupp has less games than Julian Edelman and has 2,000 more yards and 20 more touchdowns than him.
Cooper Kupp's gonna be out of the league in the next year and a half.
Who cares? He still already has better stats than Julian Edelman. Way better stats.
Marshall, you're just. I
Nobody's
understand.
arguing
I
that.
understand. I understand the basis.
You
of
guys
it,
are telling me that Julian Edelman is better than Cooper Kupp and Adam Thielen. That's
Adam
what you're saying.
Thielen, yes.
for sure.
In terms of what they did in the postseason, yes.
I think if
Postseason?
you're,
Why the hell are we talking about postseason?
That's
Oh,
the
I thought
whole
you just meant.
basis
I thought you just meant in his postseason career, just in general. I thought you're considering postseason and regular season.
I would
I
say
think just because he got a Super Bowl MVP and the worst Super Bowl of all time, I just don't think it.
you're. What's killing me is Marshall's acting like Julian Edelman had like one great playoff run and he won Super Bowl MVP. it's not that you're acting like what he did in the playoffs, like didn't exist or it doesn't matter.
I absolutely think it
has
matters.
to stand for something that this man I think he has the only person that has more receiving touchdowns in the playoffs, I believe, is Jerry Rice. I think he's second on the list of playoff touchdowns. I might be wrong there, but I'm pretty sure
That cannot be possible. I would see how that's crazy. He only has 6 touchdowns in his playoff career, but
I feel like I saw a stat that was
in 19 games he has 6 touchdowns.
Julian Edelman, when he won MVP, had 10 catches for 141, and one of those catches was arguably a top 10 catch in Super Bowl history.
What catch was that?
Okay, yeah, well, let's end this pod.
No, seriously,
Julian Edelman,
the catch where it like hits him and the defender at the same time, and he's laying on the defender, and he like triple catches it off the ground.
That's the Falcons Super Bowl. He didn't win Super Bowl MVP in that one.
Yeah,
you guys
I'm not arguing Super Bowl.
Dallas, what catch are you talking about?
Either way, you know what? That's right. He still had that catch and still won an MVP in a separate Super Bowl.
Okay, congrats. He caught a bobble pass, and then he had 140 receiving yards.
A bobble pass. Shut the fuck up.
Yes, it was a it was a great. It was a
bobble pass. Get the fuck.
I think it was it was.
This man Marshall has the worst takes on this podcast.
Funny enough, still not the best catch in that Super Bowl.
How dare?
Who won the game? Remember that argument? Who won the game?
I don't care.
Remember that argument?
He still didn't have the best catch in that Super Bowl.
Who won the game? Who won the game?
How dare Marshall have the argument of, okay, he had one good catch. When David Tyree is a name that will go down in history, when he had one catch worth a single fuck in
that's
his entire
all he's
career.
ever known for.
Yes, but guess what? 10 years from now, you can go to somebody in New York and you can say David Tyree, and they're going to tell you exactly who the fuck that is.
I would hope so.
Act like
I would hope so.
I love
you guys are making me shit on this man way too much. I think Julian Edelman was
amazing. No, you did. You said this man sucked.
Because
don't backtrack now.
Because he was never. Because you guys are overrating him way too much. He was good. He was good at best. He was good. Was he better than Adam Thielen? Adam Thielen has 10 times more talent than Julian Edelman had. What quarterback did Julian Edelman have? The fucking GOAT. The greatest quarterback of all time. And guess what Julian Edelman did? 2 1,000-yard seasons is an entire career. He's ass.
I would argue it takes a lot of talent to come in as a quarterback and transition to a receiver and be one of the best receivers in that franchise's history. I would argue that is a lot of talent, but that's neither here nor there.
He's Julian Edelman's good, but he's I don't think he's better than Adam Thielen or Cooper Kupp.
We're not arguing that Julian Edelman is a top 10 receiver.
I know we're not. We're arguing if he's better than
top white wide receiver. He is top 5 white wide receivers ever. Verbatim, bar none.
He's not. He really
what are we doing?
He really isn't.
Marshall, the list is Steve Largent, and that's it. Like, what are we arguing?
He might be number 5.
Do we want to go back through what mine was? Because I had a different list.
I do want to hear what Colin said.
So yes, we could go back. So Colin, there was 2 names that I switched out that me and Colin decided to switch out. So instead of Jordy Nelson and Tom Kennedy, we had Danny Amendola and Braxton Berrios. Those were the 2 other.
Danny Amendola, what a name.
So
he would be the best person cut. Like if that was our list.
It's funny you say that.
So Colin started off by cutting Wes Welker right off rip.
I'm
getting shit on.
I'm gonna have to watch Dallas's face when you cut the.
I'm getting shit on, but Colin cut Wes Welker 101.
Please God, tell me you kept Steve Largent. Colin said, "Who's?"
He did say, "Who's that?"
He did. What? I don't think I said.
Yeah, and I've got bad takes today.
Steve Largent is.
That was last episode.
I don't care if it was last episode. Saying Wes Welker cut and Steve Largent, who is that, should be a lifetime. Doesn't matter when it is.
I'm not gonna lie. For the first time all podcast,
I might have slandered Colin's name a little bit.
He did slander my name. I did not say who is that.
I said who?
That was the vibe. The vibe
is a top 10 receiver all time. Receiver, not just white. Receiver all time.
No.
That's Donnie's take. That's Donnie's take, Marshall. Calm down.
No, Steve Largent's not top 5. He's probably top 15. Like he's up there.
I think he's top 10.
Anyway, I kept him. Moving on.
Anyways, he did keep Steve Largent.
Didn't know who he was, but
I then asked him Danny Amendola. He decided to keep Danny Amendola.
I did. For the record, also on that one, that was not a serious keep. That
Wes
was
Welker?
I'm fucked.
That was
Wes
a Tom
Welker?
Kennedy keep. That was a
Wes
Tom
That was a
Kennedy
Tom
keep.
Kennedy keep.
We don't want you, Wes
Steve
Welker. We're
Largent?
good. We got Danny Amendola.
Exactly.
Did you keep Steve Largent?
He did, yes, yes.
I don't know who that is. Keep. Did you look
Again,
him up?
you guys are just blindly believing Dallas. That is not what happened.
I might have slandered that statement that Colin had. I might have.
I'm not.
Go back
So
and watch the podcast.
He kept Danny Amendola, cut Hunter Renfro. He then kept Cooper Kupp, cut Braxton Berrios, kept Julian Edelman, and then cut Adam Thielen. So other than the Danny
Wes
Amendola, which was
Welker.
the Tom Kennedy of this, that
Wes
Danny
Welker.
Amendola was underrated. I'm not gonna lie.
Thank you.
Oh yeah,
He
Danny
was underrated,
Amendola.
but not Wes Welker underrated. What the fuck?
I love Danny Amendola when he came to the Lions. When he played for the Lions, he was goated.
He was a dog.
But cutting Wes Welker doesn't justify
One
that.
of the few bright spots of the Matt Patricia era.
Wes Welker
Danny
was
Amendola.
insane. You can't cut that man.
Yeah, that is one of the bright spots in the Matt Patricia era. He saw Danny Amendola and he said, "Fuck, we need some more short, shifty, white wide receivers on this team." Got the best one of them all. So, like, a win's a win, guys.
a win's a win.
Wes
Number
Welker
30th
was,
on the all-time playoff career touchdown list. by
Wes
the way.
Welker was great on a team that had freaking Randy Moss on it. Like Wes Welker was good.
We need more of these guys. We don't have enough. We need more gritty, go over the middle, run a drag route. You know,
No.
not enough guys are running a drag route these days.
All right. Well, on that note, we will end the podcast. Thank you guys for watching. We will still do obviously we will still do a podcast next week, even though there will be that bye week right in the middle for between the conference championship and the Super Bowl. So we will see you guys next week. We will see you guys later. Peace.
Where's Scotty Miller at?